Tonight on the program, we are joined by public affairs analyst Eze Onyekwere. He says, yes, the FCT minister has done some work, but he says there are many things that haven't been done. And he hopes that the FCT minister will listen to some of the suggestions he has on where his infrastructure drive should go next. Please watch this. Mr. Eze Onyekwere, welcome again to Dateline Abuja.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the infrastructure drive of the FCT minister. Everyone has been talking about how he's doing very well, changing the Abuja city gate, the amount of road infrastructure. What do you make of the FCT minister's infrastructure drive and all the praise he's getting for the work he's been doing?
I think the critical challenge we have is that we are coming from a very, very low base. I mean, if the marks are 1 up to 100, and maybe the last person who occupied that seat could be scored roughly 10, 15. By the time we have somebody scoring 30, 35, which may not necessarily in an examination be a pass mark, but because we move from 10, 15 to 30, 35, we could say we are seeing some measurable changes. But whether those changes are enough is something that we need to interrogate, because when you use the word infrastructure, I hope we are not limiting it to a few roads and bridges completed at the city center, because infrastructure goes beyond those roads and bridges. We also have other parts of Abuja in the neighboring areas, just a little bit outside the city center, which are thoroughly neglected. You have issue of water supply. How many parts of Abuja have pipe-borne water? I'm not talking of everybody sinking a borehole very close to a septic tank. That's not water that should be in towns. And of course, what could possibly be done to improve the supply of electricity to all parts of the town and the quality of the schools and hospitals. So there are so many things that are part of infrastructure which we may not be taking into cognizance as we say that completing the construction of a few routes. If you leave the city center, just get around the Gudu-Lokogoma axis. I recall that we have a place where a major supermarket is located, and the owner of the supermarket had to use his private money to construct about a 6 to 7 kilometer stretch. And even if the road is depreciating, nobody's talking about it. Go to the Lokogoma axis and see whether there are roads there. Even the roads are that on the map, nobody's constructing them. It's just the people who live in that environment that are contributing money in this day and age to tar roads, to even get to the extent of contributing money to put traffic lights. Okay, so yes, there could possibly be an improvement compared to what those guys who were simply warming the seat were doing before. But at the resources available to the FCT, the terms of goodwill, because it's even been the FCT was taken away from TSA by the president, which for me is not good enough, because it's like giving them the opportunity to do things that are not normal in fiscal parlance. So why should you remove them from TSA when everybody's in TSA? What is TSA stopping you from doing if you want to do the right thing? So these are the questions. I don't want to join a crowd. When a man wakes up and to commission a project, build at my tax money, not his personal money, he brings a band. And the band will be singing his name and praises. And you sit here to join the crowd. You could ask for a place in the band now so that you join and be singing a week. And when the chorus comes, you sing week. But I don't think I'm part of such a brass band. It's abnormal. It's my taxpayers' money, and you are singing praises in your name because you did a little bit of your job. No, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
When it comes to infrastructure development in the suburbs, yeah, you've mentioned Lokogoma. Even in the last media chat, we brought up the issue of Lokogoma because a lot of people from there have been complaining about the deficit in infrastructure development in Lokogoma. He does say, as minister, he says he's focused. He does a few things in the satellite towns. You know, a major road in each satellite town. You know, and of course talking about schools and hospitals and how they've upgraded a lot of those schools and hospitals in the time that he's here. He's been FCT minister. You're saying that the work he has done is not enough.
Where are the schools and hospitals upgraded? Are they not the ones we see? I mean, the roads, everybody sees, okay, this road, the Apo road, this one is done. Where are the schools and hospitals upgraded? Where are they invisible? This is a man who
he said he doesn't really call the media. I remember he answered that question. He said he doesn't really call the media for those sorts of...
No. This is a man who doesn't miss any opportunity to praise himself. Where are the facilities for refuse and waste disposal in most of these parts of the city we are talking about? In the part I live, we still contribute money to dispose our refuse. Nothing. You see, what does government do for you? You pay money to tar the roads, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers of the road that leads to the main express. You provide your water. You provide your refuse disposal. You dispose your refuse. You provide your security. You pay for traffic light. And somebody is busy gloating. So those people living there do not pay tax. Or they are not Nigerian citizens. And you have not deported them. So there is so much to be done than just money. Abuja's money is not just for a few, like bringing Julius Berger to redesign the city gates. I didn't see any great architecture. I didn't see any great artistic creativity in what was done beyond maybe you are planting a few flowers here and there in that city redesign. I had expected to call on Nigerian sculptors and architects and creative people to, come on board. It's not a Julius Berger affair. To bring a peculiarly Nigerian cultural set of artifacts or set of designs that could have been there. Judges are entitled to adequate housing befitting of their status, just like every other Nigerian is entitled to the right to adequate housing. Now, the judiciary is supposed to be independent. If you go to the budget, the National Judicial Council has a vote. It's a first-line charge. And all the monies that to run the judiciary should be with the judiciary. So if it's agreed that judges need houses, they are poorly housed, put the money in the NJC vote or the money going to the judiciary. Let the procurement people do the procurement process. Build houses for them. There is a difference between I have worked in the establishment I work. At the end of the month or where you work, I'm supposed they pay you here. The management of channels will not call the media and do a show expecting to get praises that they paid you for because you provided services. It's an exchange. That cash is a quantification of the services, the value they placed on you for the month. So these judges should have gotten these houses, cars, or whatever their entitlement as a matter of right. But it's now being presented that one benevolent man who saw that they were suffering, just like is reported in the Bible, Jesus saw the crowds and they were looming like sheep without shepherd, and he took pity on them and he began to minister to them. That's the way Wike and Tinubu are positioning themselves vis-a-vis the judges. That's not true. You're not taking pity on anybody. It's their right and entitlement as people belonging to that cadre. You don't finish building the house and then you now call them, bring your brass band again. Look, I don't know, you don't hear the music. They practice with his name.
You really don't like this music.
No, it's insulting. It's insulting. And in terms of overall security, we can afford to do more. Introduce technology. If possible, let there be more personnel recruited and posted to the FCT to man the nook and crannies. Okay? And then, of course, open up the system to interact more with citizens and build confidence so that people can relate more with the police and the security agencies. All these other parts of the world we discuss, there's this feeling of the police is your friend or this one is your friend. So when you see a friend, you're more likely to be comfortable. But if you are seeing somebody and you are worried this person may harm you or he may extort money from you, that openness for collaboration is like you want to get away from him before he deals with you. So I think we need to improve. Something is going on, but it needs to be improved. You are the one constructing. You also want to write history. History should not be written by the actor. Just calm down. Do what you do. When you finish, somebody else will come and write the history.
I have to thank you so much, Mr. Ezonyankwere, for being with us on Dateline Abuja.
Thank me very well.
I will get a brass band.
And sing my song. Next time I'll teach you a song. I'll teach you a song so that when you finish, you sing this song and I will pat you on the head.
Thanks again for being with us on the program, and good luck with all the work you have ahead of you.
Thank you.